you know what time it is? Study time. So here we go, studying again. Select none, fundamentals of instructing, start test. Let's go. 50 questions, 90 minutes. It only gives you 75 for this, but it usually only takes like 45 at the most anyways. In a guided discussion, learning is achieved through the let me actually check the audio levels for this, see if it sounds alright. Is achieved through yep, okay, it's good. A little loud, but it's good. Alright, cool. In a guided guided discussion. I'm guessing because it says discussion, it's going to be a classroom. Reverse questions directed to the class as a whole. What's a reverse question? I don't know. I'm gonna go with several ideas. No, I'm gonna stick with that. Let's see. Alright. Multiple choice test items that are intended to measure achievement at a higher level of learning. Some or all alternatives should be acceptable, but only one should be clearly better than the others. Yeah. Oh, my glasses, they're dirty. Need to clean them. This song just hits, you know? There we go. I can see better now. What's generally more effective for an instructor to properly motivate students? B. Promise or achievement of rewards. Professionalism. Anything less than sincere performance destroys the effectiveness. Distinguishing characteristic of an informal lecture. Here's the bass drop. Sorry. Distracted by the music. Distinguishing character of an informal lecture is gonna say be students' participation. When an instructor critiques a student, it should always be done in private. Instructional aids used in the teaching learning process should be self-supporting and require no explanation. Compatible with the learning outcomes to be achieved. Selected prior to developing or anything else. I'm going to say compatible to learning outcomes. The answers sometimes are just so nonsensical. Compatible with the learning outcomes to be achieved. Like, that makes zero. It's gibberish. It's a bunch of big words that they threw together. Like, what's your definition of a learning outcome? Bruh. Students quickly become apathetic when they realize material is being withheld by the instructor, understand the objectives towards which they're working, or recognize that the instructor is not adequately prepared. I'm going to say they become apathetic when the instructor is not adequately prepared. To be effective, a critique should treat every aspect of the performance in detail. location. No, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. On and on we'll go. A critique should treat every aspect of the performance in detail.
Hello?
I'm gonna say flexible. Yeah.
I made really good burn. They're a little crunchy on the side, but I baked them perfectly.
Crunchy?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of burnt on the sides, but like everything else, like if you cut off the sides, you're not cutting off a lot of brownie, so you still have a lot of actual burn, you know?
Gotcha.
My tongue is numb. That was warm.
Through the wasteland, through the highways. How's October like almost over? It's literally 1 week left of October. How? I was supposed to like have my CFI done in October, bro. And then I was gonna do double I in November. And MEI or multi-engine commercial add-on in December. That's not happening. I think I could do double I. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
I think I could do I think I could do double I and multi-engine commercial in December, but I need to get CFI done like nowish. So I'm gonna get this exam done this week. I'll get FOI done this week, FIA done next week. I'm gonna get my spin endorsement, start flying with Andrew. Like next week after next.
Name dropping, are we?
What?
I said we're name dropping, huh?
Name dropping? It's not name dropping. I'm literally just flying with Andrew because he's the only one available. Like, who am I gonna fly with? The people on the weekend that are there 1 day a month? Like, no, I'm not. So, yeah. Providing opportunities for a student to practice and then directing this process toward a goal is the basis of the principle of learning. Oh, this is a banger. I love this one. One of my favorites. Which statement is true regarding positive or negative approaches in aviation instructional technique? Negative approaches are when you fly it upside down.
Obviously.
A student with normal abilities should not be affected by an instructor who emphasizes emergency procedures early in training. What? A positive approach to be effective will point out the pleasurable features of aviation before the unpleasant possibilities are discussed. Nice. Oh, when asking a student to explain how gross weight affects maneuvering speed, what level of learning is being used, tested. Gross weight? Ew, gross. Gross.
Disgusting.
Heather. 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 Okay. Gross weight. Gross weight affects maneuvering speed. You would have to demonstrate understanding. Doing that ADHD thing where like I read the question, I don't actually like comprehend the question. I just sit there and I like stare at it for a while, even though the answer is super simple and I definitely know it, but my brain refuses to think about it.
That's what happens like when I'm doing ground in real life.
Yeah, my brain just refuses to think about it, you know?
Like I don't. Yeah, no, I get that, and that's why I hate doing ground in real life.
It just thinks about literally anything else. It's like, no, I'm ignoring that.
Like, you can ask me, like, Carla, what is the takeoff speed in a Cessna? And, like, in real life, I'd be like, 24? Like,
I hope not.
like,
You're just pulling back, wheeling down the runway at 24 knots. Alright, according to hierarchy of human needs, which is the lowest level of needs that must be satisfied before learning can begin to take place. Carla, what is it?
I don't know.
Psychological, physiological, or
I
financial?
didn't even listen to the question.
According to the hierarchy of human needs, which is the lowest level of needs that must be satisfied before learning can begin to take place?
You're not going to give me the options?
Psychological, physiological, aka biological, or financial?
The least important?
The lowest level of needs that must be satisfied.
And the options were physiological, financial needs, and psychological.
Yeah.
To the FA, your mental needs are not important at all. So, using that logic,
That's not the correct logic.
go tell the FA that.
Do you know the hierarchy of human needs?
I don't.
Look it up. I'll look it up for you.
No, let me look at hierarchy of human needs.
You just literally just look at the chart, alright?
That's what I'm doing right now. Is physiological?
Yes.
Is the last one.
It's the bottom. It's the building block. You need that one first to build your pyramid. So, basically, first you need to be physically safe. You need to be warm. You need to be fed. You need to be hydrated. You know? You have to not be in pain. And then after that, you need to be feeling secure. Like you have a good job that's not going away. You have enough money to live. You have a good house. You have a car. That kind of stuff, right? And then the next one would be psychological, which is where you've got like people that love you and care about you and make you feel good about yourself. And once you get to the very top, self-actualization is like you're the peak of your game. You know exactly what you got to get done. You know who you are. You know what your abilities are, and you just deliver. You know what I mean?
Just deliver.
Yeah, you're just great at everything.
Word, I am great at everything.
So you need to get up there. You're currently at like the second one.
Is it psychological?
Yeah, basically. No, financial. The safety concerns.
Okay.
Yeah. One way to guide your students through a learning plateau is to move to a different part of the training curriculum.
Yeah.
To communicate effectively, instructors must recognize the level of comprehension, provide an atmosphere which encourages questioning, or reveal a positive attitude while delivering their message. Dang, I'd say all three.
Yeah. That's a hard one.
I'm gonna say recognize the level of comprehension. It seems like the most direct answer. When students are tested against a measurable standard, this type of test is criterion referenced. Crew resource management for single pilot IFR flight means toughing it out like a gladiator of the skies, doing everything on your own. Yes.
That's a weird answer.
What an answer. I saw the word gladiator. I was like, where? What?
Who came up with the answers to this test?
I don't know, but it's funny. The three answers for the next question are why, what, and when.
What?
In a guided discussion, lead-off questions should usually begin with why.
Why? Yeah.
By using abstractions in the communication process, the communicator will Okay, abstractions is like throwing in random information, right? So if you're throwing in random information, the communicator will bring forth specific items of experience in the minds of the receivers, be using words which refer to objects or ideas that human beings can experience differently, or not evoke in the listener's or reader's mind the specific items of experience the communicator intends. What? I'm guessing abstractions is like random stuff that it's abstract. It's not human related, so it's not going to evoke items of experience. I'm gonna turn this music down. It's a little overbearing. That was a little bass heavy. When a person has difficulty recalling facts after several years, this is known as Joe Biden. I mean, wait, what? I'm going to say it's fading. Fading. Change in behavior as a result of experience can be defined as learning, knowledge, or understanding. I'm going to say that's learning. In a written test, which type of selection type test items reduce the probability of guessing correct responses? Selection type test items. Multiple choice. I was going like essay. Essay isn't selection type. I'm just going to select the words from my essay here. A written test has validity when it samples liberally. I'm going to say when it measures what it's supposed to measure. When a student engages in daydreaming, it is the defense mechanism of avoidance, I'm guessing. Is it flight, fantasy, or avoidance? I'm going to say it's avoidance. Fantasy, like, just sounds like it'd be a made-up thing to sound like it's supposed to be there, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
No, actually, I am going to go with fantasy. It's probably wrong, but I'm going to go with it. Which statement is true about lesson plans? They should follow a prescribed format. Standard prepared lesson plans are effective for teaching all students, or the use of standard lesson plans may not be effective for students requiring a different approach. I'm going to go with that one. Development and assembly of blocks of learning in their proper relationship will provide a means for both the instructor and student to easily correct faulty habit patterns. Challenging the student to master the segments of the overall pilot performance requirements individually and combining these with other related segments. I hate that answer. Why do they feel the need to make these answers so big and chunky and confusing? It makes me feel like I'm small brain. Blocks of learning in their proper relationship. Like, this is literally made up stuff. The blocks of learning. You must develop and assemble the blocks of learning in their proper relationship. Like, this is completely irrelevant. Okay. I'm going to go with the long, confusing answer. An instructional strategy which organizes students into small groups so that they can work together to maximize their own and each other's learning is called workshop learning. Heterogeneous group learning or cooperative or group learning. I'm going to go with cooperative. Which memory system processes input from the environment? Sensory register. A method of arranging lesson material from the simple to complex, past to present, and known to unknown. Shows the relationships of the main points in the lesson, creates student thought pattern departures, or requires students to actively participate in the lesson. I'm going to say it creates thought pattern departures because the other two don't make sense. The primary objective of integrated flight instruction is the I don't even know what integrated flight instruction is. Maybe you know.
Integrated flight instruction?
Yeah.
Does that mean like lesson plans? Like integrated in the system or curriculum?
No, I don't think so. Based on these answers, it does not sound right.
What's the answer?
Formation of firm habit patterns for observing and relying on flight instruments. Difference in the pilot's operation of the flight controls during both VMC and IMC.
Right.
Or developing of the habit of occasionally monitoring their own and the aircraft's performance. I'm just going to go with that. Instructional aids used in the teaching learning process can be used to replace the instructor. Yes, obviously. Ooh, what's the antidote for anti-authority hazardous attitude? Follow the rules. Planning instructional activity, the second step is 2. I'm just gonna say that's identify blocks of learning. Which is an acceptable procedure when using the integrated method of flight instruction. Does integrated flight instruction just mean flying while you're teaching? Ow, my heel. Just slammed it in the chair. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. My heel. Wait, integrated flight instruction must be when you have like partial IMC maybe.
Let me see. Integrated flight instruction. Okay. I searched it up. The use of outside references and flight instruments to establish and maintain desired flight attitudes and airplane's performance.
Oh, so it's using both, basically.
Gosh.
Oh, okay, so I did have the right answer. practical tests for pilot certification are criterion referenced. Confusion, disinterest, and uneasiness on the part of the student could happen as a result of not knowing the importance of each period of instruction, the objective of each period of instruction, or the subject of each period of instruction. The use of instructional aids should be based on their ability to support a specific point in the lesson. What is the first step in determining if and where instructional aids are necessary? Organize into an outline or lesson plan. I'm gonna go with that. Ding 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 ding. When the learning of similar things overshadows other learning experiences, it is called interference, I believe. The main advantages with heterogeneous groups are that students tend to interact and achieve. I think heterogeneous means similar, right? What would detract from an instructor's dignity and reflect upon the student's intelligence? Which type of test item creates the greatest probability of guessing? Affective domain. I'm gonna say it's physical skills. No, attitudes, beliefs, and values. Written test is said to be comprehensive when effectively measures overall objectives. Each lesson of a training syllabus includes objective content and completion standards. With regard to the characteristics of a well-planned lesson, each lesson should contain
What?
Oh, I just totally spaced out. With regard to the characteristics of a well-planned lesson, each lesson should contain one basic element of the principal procedure and skill and properties of the lesson. New material is related to which statement is true relative to effective multiple choice test items? Negative words or phrases need not be emphasized. Items should call for abstract background knowledge, or items may include options that are plausible or even accurate.
How does that even average? I don't understand.
What?
No, Google Slides is just really dumb and finicky for some reason.
Which is
like,
an
I
example.
can't. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You can't what?
I can't change my font. Like, if I change my font to 15, the others will change to like 10. So then I try to change it to 11. Then it changes it to 8.
Are you highlighting just the text you want to change?
Yes.
And it changes all the text on the page?
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. Oh, it's because it's all probably the text in that box that's changing. Gotta have a new text box. Make a new text box.
I'm not making a new text box.
Which is an example of a positive approach in the first flight of a student with no previous aviation experience.
Sorry. Oh.
Submit test. Let's go. What'd I get? 84! Let's go! 84! I got the first one wrong. Okay, skillful use of questions and guided discussion. That was what my first thing is. I should have just gone with it. Conducted immediately after the student's performance. Okay. Directing the process towards a goal would be exercise. Providing opportunity for the student to practice. That's exercise. Okay, that makes sense. To communicate effectively, instructors must reveal a positive attitude while delivering their message. matching reduces the probability of guessing correct responses? I guess. Because there's so many, but honestly, matching is easier than multiple choice. But okay. Method of arranging lesson materials from the simple to complex, past to present, and known to unknown, shows the relationships with the main points of the lesson. The primary objective of integrated flight instruction is formation of firm habit patterns. Main advantages. They interact and achieve in ways and levels that are rarely found with other instructional strategies. Cool. Oh, that was like, I got most of them right. Huh. Very cool. All right. Should I take another one, or should we watch Hunter x Hunter?
I mean, we can watch Hunter x Hunter. It's your choice. I'm still making slideshows.
I might go watch some more Maid-sama, and then we'll catch up and watch Hunter x Hunter. Maybe I should take another test.
How long did it take you to do that one? Like 30 minutes?
36 minutes, 35 minutes.
Yeah, just do another one.
Yeah, I should do another one. You're right. Proper oral quizzing by the instructor during lesson can have which result? Proper oral by the instructor. The music's about to be over too, which is sad. It's okay, we can have a quiet stream after this. Proper oral quizzing by the instructor during a lesson can have which result? Points that need more emphasis. Positive results of student assessment using direct and indirect questions are let's see, comprehension. Which signs would be most likely a result of acute fatigue? Wait it. Did it not keep my settings for wanting to do one thing? Oh no, okay. I just saw a figure and I was like, I haven't seen a figure before. Irritability. When has instruction taken place? Section G. Is titled Completion Standards, right? No. Yeah, completion standards. Yeah. That's a very basic lesson plan. Look at this lesson plan idea.
Can you share the screen?
I'm streaming, so no. Can't do both at once.
I'll go back to it afterwards.
Okay. Interesting. Bruh, 25 minutes of instructor demonstrations and 45 minutes of student practice. How about you just show it to them once and then you have them do it, and then if they do that one a couple times and then you show them a different one. You're not going to sit there and just like show them every single maneuver for 25 minutes and be like, all right, now you do it. Bruh. No.
Reminds me of somebody at our flight school, but I'm not going to say who.
Somebody with a woof woof.
With a wolf. Whoa.
With a woof woof.
Wolf. Makima. Hey, new Chainsaw episode tomorrow night.
That's right.
Back to important things.
Silence is kind of nice. Back to important things. Chainsaw Man.
Literally though.
Back to important things. Holiday costumes. Back to important things. Going to the mall.
I don't want to go to the mall.
Yeah, but you got to get your new phone.
I should get my new phone.
Hot girl summer is like over. You got to have hot girl fall now.
I'm not having hot girl anything.
Okay. You better get your commercial pilot girl stuff done then.
You know, I'm trying, but, you know, there's a certain somebody that says they may or may not do it for me. Which is so inconvenient.
May or may not. May or may not.
That was the word. That was the wording.
I know. May or may not.
But it says, if you're ready during those second 2 weeks of November, there's a chance it may happen.
Bruh, moment.
That's like saying, I mean, maybe, but no.
How are your maneuvers? Are you, like, ready?
No, so I've been scheduling, except today and tomorrow. But every Monday and Tuesday that I've scheduled has gotten canceled because of weather.
Yeah.
It's just so unfortunate because guess what? I have a Monday and Tuesday next week. And guess what it's supposed to do? Actually, I need to cancel
Sundays.
Monday because I need to go on Sundays now. Like, I can't not go on a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to be scheduling, like, Monday and Tuesday with Button.
Which sucks because I don't want to go to the airport every single day.
Me neither.
Like, it sounds horrible to say, like, oh, wow, like, pick and choose your battles, but, like, I'm there every single day. I just want one day where I'm not there. And Sundays is, like, the perfect day to not be there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Let me fly with you because I need to practice some maneuvers. I need to do all the maneuvers from the right seat. So.
No, I don't want to practice stalls with you in the right seat when you haven't done them with an instructor.
Okay, I have done them with
everything
an instructor.
But stalls.
I have done them, but like that's a whole other issue. But yes.
No, because like I don't want us to freaking spin.
Okay, we won't. Okay, I'm not that bad. I promise.
No. That's just like me saying that I can fly right seat. I'll be fine.
Bro, you have no experience in the right seat.
Wrong. 2 hours.
In which plane?
682.
Oh, when did you do that? I thought you were gonna say
there.
The 310. Oh, that's right. The one time that you almost killed me flying at Twitchell doing short field from the right seat.
I'm not right seat. Okay, you can do any maneuver except stalls.
Okay, fair. Deal.
You can do accelerated stalls. Accelerated stalls are fine. But
I just gotta do everything.
Like slow fight's okay. No power on, power offs with me. I'm sorry. Like that's a no.
No, it's the power ons that are a problem.
With your inexperience in the right
My
seat.
inexperience, bruh.
I'm just saying you haven't done them. Okay, when was the last time you flew from the right seat and did a power on stall?
And did a power on stall a couple months ago.
See?
What are you trying to prove here?
4 months ago.
Still pretty decent at it.
Gets into a spin. Just kidding.
Well, that's gonna be the goal when I go up with Stickney. So.
I want to go up with Stickney food.
I know
Stickney
goes so good, so good. Imagine he just like comes across the street.
He's like, thanks, guys.
Okay. Back to the lesson plan real quick. Number 6.
Number 15.
Number 4.
Number 15. Burger
Top
King
10
Foot
hottest Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Number 4.
And at number 1, Rouge the Bat.
Number 9.
Sonic. Sonic comes at number 9.
What's that guy's name?
Sonic
Morgs
the
or whatever?
Hedgehog.
Anyways, main concern in developing a lesson plan is the content. Students should be capable of handling problems that might occur, such as traffic pattern congestion, change in active runway, or unexpected crosswinds prior to the first solo. A learning plateau may be defined as the point in the learning curve where skill and proficiency retrogresses due to overlearning. I don't think that's it.
Actually, a thing.
I mean, that's me, to be honest. Just overlearned, and then I just got bored. Every time. That's what happens. Every time. What is a characteristic of supply type test items? Test results will be graded the same regardless of the student or grader. I don't know what a supply type test is, so. Oh, so like supplying information, they're adapted to the testing of knowledge, facts, and details. I'm going to say that. Written test that has reliability yields consistent results. Your student may be suffering from chronic fatigue if inattention, errors of timing are evident. Evaluation of student performance and accomplishment during a lesson should be based on objectives and goals established in the lesson plan. Performance of student compared to an objective standard. The least complex outcome in the psychomotor domain is perception,
Remind me after your stream. I have to tell you something. It's a story.
Oh, okay. I'm on 15, so.
The deuce. Okay.
Electronic learning. Hierarchy of human needs was the lowest level. Physiological. confusion, disinterest, and uneasiness on the part of the student. So you every time. Could happen as a result of not knowing the objective. Which is a true statement regarding the teaching lecture. Oh, instructor extract feedback from students, which is easy to interpret. Instructor must develop a keen perception for subtle responses. Not sure. Delivering a lecture in extemporaneous manner is not recommended. I'm going to say that. No, reactions. Yeah, let's go with reactions. Oh. Fantasy. It is the defense mechanism of fantasy. Practical tests are criterion referenced. Which memory system processes input from the environment? Sensory register.
Snaps are finally sending.
Mine or yours?
Yours.
Oh no, I just sent those. The teaching procedure to be used. Blah, 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 blah. Are you opening them?
I'm not.
Oh.
Yet.
Bro, there's so many. There's so many. Outline 4 blocks of learning. Unknown to the known. Students are unable to see the benefits of purpose of the lesson. They will be less motivated. Which one of the major difficulties encountered in the construction of multiple choice test items?
I'm gonna grab myself a little brownie.
Grab me one. I want brownies. To be effective, a critique should treat every aspect of the performance in detail. Wait, no, not contain negative remarks. No, every aspect in detail. Integrated flight instruction has many benefits, but the main objective is habits and patterns. When your student is able to combine individual steps in performance with likely outcomes, what stage of skill acquisition has been reached? Cognitive stage? Or associate stage? I think it's associate stage because they're associating things. The principle that is based on the emotional reaction of the learner is the principle of emotional reaction of the learner. Emotional reaction of the learner. Effect. I think it's effect. To answer a student's question, it is most important that the instructor. Hello there. How is life? 20 more questions. To answer a student's question, it is most important that the instructor clearly understands the question, have complete knowledge of the subject. Yeah, complete knowledge. I'm going to say that. The main reason that students are put in cooperative learning groups is so that they... Oh, yeah, well, I'm studying for this exam in 3 days, so yeah. That's about how it's going.
What happened?
Oh, someone in the comments. Yeah. Well, hello there. Carlos, I'm streaming. Just be forewarned. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of cramming for this exam. How much does this thing cost again? $175? Yeah, I think so. Right, it's $175 now.
175.
Yeah, $175. So you don't want to fail it. They can individually achieve greater success than if they were to study alone. So they can learn. I'm gonna go with learn and help each other, which would most likely be an indication that a student is reacting abnormally to stress. Oh, if they're reacting abnormally, inappropriate laughter or singing. That's me. That's me every time. Slow learning, I guess. Or automatic response. Yeah. Automatic response. That's a dangerous one. Because if their response to stress is just throw something out there, it's just not a good time. That's what you do, Carla. When you're given like a question, when you're given a question that you don't know, and you stress out and you just kind of like throw out an automatic response. You don't like take the time to think about it. You know what I mean? Then me,
because like I don't know how to think about it.
And then me, I do the B here: inappropriate laughter or singing.
No, I laugh. I giggle. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but I sing.
My problem is, like, I second guess myself, so I know the right answer, but I say a different answer because, like, I don't want to sound stupid, but I end up sounding stupid.
You just gotta like stop and don't say something right away. Just like talk through it, you know. Sometimes saying it out loud helps. Ground instruction and classroom lectures are considered to be examples of which domain of learning? That's the cognitive domain. It's mental. Which statement is true about lesson plans? They should follow a prescribed format. Or the use of standard lesson plans may not be effective for students requiring a different approach. I'm going to go with that one. The major advantage of computer-based training over other forms of instruction is that it is interactive. The computer responds in different ways depending on the student's input. Probably the greatest single barrier to effective communication in teaching process is a lack of a common experience level between instructor and student. One of the main advantages of a selection type test items over supply type test items is that the selection type would be graded objectively regardless of the student or grader, because supply type are ones where the student has to supply the answer and it's subject to subjectivity in grading, versus true false, multiple choice, matching. They're objective. There is a set right and wrong answer, so every instructor would have to grade it exactly the same. Which statement is true regarding true professionalism as an instructor? Anything less than a sincere performance destroys the effectiveness of a professional instructor. Figure 1. Section B. The use of ground references to control path observation and control of wind effect. Use of ground references to control path, observation and control of wind effect, control of airplane attitude, altitude, and heading. I'm assuming that is either the elements or the blocks of learning. I'm going to say that's elements. No, that's blocks of learning. Those are the different tasks, the different things you have to learn. Because elements would be the different parts of the lesson, like pre-flight, in-flight, post-flight, etc. 10 questions left. When students display the defense mechanism called aggression, they become visibly angry, upset, and childish. So, a certain person we know who may or may not look like Caillou.
I thought you were gonna say me, but that was a better answer.
Visibly angry, upset, and childish.
Hit the spot with the childish. Right on the nail. Performance. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yo, sometimes he just clenches his fist and goes, I just hate when a student study does this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Anyways, in planning instructional activity, the second step is to identify blocks of learning. When the learning of similar things overshadows other learning experiences, it is called interference. Which question would be best as a lead-off question for a guided discussion on the subject of torque? Does torque affect an airplane? How does torque affect an airplane? What effect does torque have on an airplane in a turn? I'm going to guess it's how, because you already asked what is torque. Right, so the next thing would be a lead-off question, which would be how does torque affect the airplane? And then the thing after that would be how it affects it in a turn. Which method of presentation is desirable for teaching a skill such as a ground school lesson on the flight computer? A lecture application, presentation practice, or demonstration performance? I'm gonna say it's like a presentation practice. Or a demonstration performance. No, I'm going to say presentation practice. Motivations that cause a student to react with fear and anxiety are negative. Which statement is true about an instructor's assessment of a student's performance? Do you like it when I talk like this?
No.
Is it not soothing?
It's scary.
And soft?
Can you not?
Can I not? What can I not?
You sound like Randall Williams.
Which statement is true about an instructor's assessment of a student's performance?
Yeah.
I'm smoothing my voice out so you don't hear the grain. Does this make sense?
The grain.
Right, because when I talk normally, you get this kind of like grittiness to it, the grain. But if I smooth it out, there's no grain.
Okay, well,
it's
I'm gonna
like
grab more
butter,
brownies.
like
My crunchy brownies.
margarine. So your brownies are crunchy, but I prefer my brownies smooth. A little crunch once in a while is not a bad thing, but they need to be smooth. Which statement is true about an instructor's assessment of a student's performance? I'm going to say it should be conducted in private. Ooh, it's a step in the learning process, not in the grading process. An instructor can best inspire active student participation during informal lectures through the use of questions. Which situation describes the defense mechanism of projection? Which situation describes the defense mechanism of projection? Blaming the examiner for a failed check ride. Refusing to take responsibility for leaving the tail tied down during pre-flight. Projection. I'm going to do that to my students. I'm going to like go out to the plane before they pre-flight and just tie the tail down and then come back in and be like, all right, go pre-flight. just the tail. Because, you know, if you tie one of the wings, they're going to notice it and they're going to like look for the other ropes. But if you tie just the tail, maybe they don't look for it. And they come back and they're like, wow. It'd be even funnier if you let them start up first. You just try taxiing and don't go anywhere.
Oh, like that one guy at our airport?
Yeah, like that one guy. Which like that certain man who spots fish who just starts the engine and, you know, warm up the plane just like you would your car in the morning.
And then he runs out and then puts stuff in his airplane.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. It's like, bro, there's nobody in that airplane. It's just running. Okay. Cool, love that. Faulty performance. Hold on. Are you ready for this voice? Faulty performance due to the student overconfidence should be corrected by. Praising the student only when the performance is perfect. I'm going to say it's increasing the standard of performance. Providing strong negative evaluation at the end of each lesson.
You should do that. That'd be funny.
That's what a certain instructor does that may or may not have endorsed me for commercial.
That may or may not be subbed to you.
May or may not be watching, but I hope not. I mean, 0 viewers, an hour and 11 minutes in. Probably not watching. Strong negative evaluation at the end of each and every lesson. Which selection type question will be more likely to be answered using rote memory? Matching, true, false, or multiple choice. I'm going to go with matching. People just going to be memorizing that stuff. 74%. Dang, I did worse. By 10. Okay, so what I said first. Acute fatigue is going to be irritability and neglecting secondary tasks. The main concern in developing a lesson plan is the student? Okay, if you say so. What is the characteristic of supply type test items? Yeah, I should know that. Your student may be suffering from chronic fatigue if unwarranted risk is taken. Chronic being the key word there. Evaluation of student performance and accomplishment during a lesson should be based on the objectives in the lesson plan. To be effective, a critique should be flexible enough to satisfy the requirements of the moment. Whatever that means. To answer a student's question, it's most important that the instructor clearly understand the question. Okay, cool. The main reason students are put in cooperative learning groups is so that they can individually achieve greater success than if they were to study alone. Okay. So they can learn and help each other? That sounds like the same thing. Which would most likely be an indication that a student is reacting abnormally to stress, inappropriate laughter, or singing. Oh. Oh. So me. Okay, cool. Section B is actually elements. Okay. When the students display the defense mechanism called aggression, they may refuse to participate in class activities. So yeah, kick them out. No, maybe. Which method of presentation is desirable for teaching a skill, such as a ground school lesson on the flight computer? Demonstration performance. Okay, so I was almost right. And true false is what is going to give you memory, people memorizing it. Cool. I think that's enough studying for one night. I feel like I could probably pass it right now if I went and took it, just by luck.
You don't want to go by luck. You want to go by understanding the
I don't,
principles of the knowledge.
I don't really want to understand it either. I just want to get through it because you can't really understand this. It's nonsense anyways. But that's okay.
Why don't you use the cheat sheet?
Yeah, I'm gonna study by that a bit too. The one that Angela
I could quiz
emailed
you
me.
on it.
That sounds like a good time. We should do that tomorrow.
Not today though. Yes, good tomorrow.
Because we're gonna watch Hunter x Hunter now.
I'm still gonna do slideshows.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But no, I'll watch Hunter x Hunter as we do slideshows.
Okay. Bet.
Have to switch books.
Bet.
I'm ignoring the weather section of this book. See, I liked weather until I did my instrument with John Gary.
Okay.
The fact that I had passed that check ride. The fact that
See, I had full confidence in you, and you did great, which is why I had full confidence in you for commercial, and then you didn't.
You think I did great on my instrument check
Yeah, I
ride?
thought you did great.
For my flight portion, yes, I did fabulous, except for the fact that I messed up the hold. But the holds and VORs are always like the number one. Like,
I mean, I really messed up my hold too.
procedure?
Like, I didn't start till descending till like a mile after the final approach fix.
Oh, I did. It was the entry to the hold and then telling ATC that. Or
You had to talk to ATC?
simulated ATC.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
And then John Gary was like, "No, you don't go into the hold and then automatically tell the ATC that you're in a hold. You have to actually get established in the hold, get prepared, stay ahead of the airplane, and then you tell ATC." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
What? That makes no sense to me. Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah. Because I thought you had to like contact that you're gonna go. Because I told them that I went miss and I was gonna enter the hold. And I did that.
No, you just say that you're doing the published mist. You can go in the hold and just stay in the hold as long as you want after you say that you're doing the published mist.
Oh, it was back in February. I don't remember.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
All I know is that
January?
Mr. John Gary did not get. It was February.
It's February.
All I know
You
is
don't need
that
to talk into the microphone. It's really loud.
I'm not
Okay.
doing it that bad. But all I know is that Mr. John Gary did not follow every ECS requirement.
I mean, if he was following the ACS, I wouldn't have flown. Well, I'm not going to say it on stream.
I would not be an instrument rated. I would, yeah.
There was
There was a lot of things.
the snow, the 15-knot crosswind, directly taking off on 1-4 intersection departure, landing on 3-2, not really making it to the initial approach fix period on any of them.
FAA, we are literally kidding. I don't know why.
It's a
you
joke.
assume that
It's a
we're
joke, man.
kidding.
And then the other thing that happened that I'm not going to say in recording. But he passed me on my check ride, so that's on him.
Mhm.
The end.